Alright, so I'm doing this specifically for my sister, but anybody else can watch it too. Alright, we're going to make a pan-seared steak, alright? And I'm proving to my sister that it's not too hard. I know she can do it. You can do it, Trisha. Alright, so first thing is, obviously you got to buy steak. So I bought a couple of ribeyes, which are down here, and they're very nice, but you could really use anything. I haven't tried a bone-in steak, but you can do it. But any steak, bone out, all good, alright? And then we're going to take them, bring them home, and let them warm up room temperature, out of the fridge, that kind of thing. When you're getting everything ready, set the oven to 450 degrees, let it get set, alright? And then we're going to season the steak. Alright, so we're going to season the steak really simply, alright? We got extra virgin olive oil. Alright, we're going to put some of that on there. Okay. Brush it on. Helps if you can see the food. Alright. Pepper. It's not fresh pepper, it's just pepper. And salt. I use kosher salt because that's what I use. It's what they say you should use. Alright. And you're just going to do that to both sides. The more you season it, probably the better it's going to taste. Alright, next we're going to get ready to sear it in the pan. So just take some olive oil, or if you only have extra virgin olive oil, whatever's fine. Put some oil in there. Not too much, but enough to sprinkle around and cover the pan where the steak's going to go. And you're going to let it heat up until you start seeing the pan oil smoke a little bit. Not bubbling, not popping, just smoking a little. Alright, you probably can't really tell, but it is smoking a little bit. Sort of a little mirage. There you go, sort of see it. Alright, so then we're going to put our steaks on. Sizzle, that's good. Alright, so we're going to let those cook, or sear, 4 minutes on that side, and then we're going to flip them and do them 4 minutes on the other side. And then we're going to toss them in the oven to cook them through. Alright, so I just I flipped the steak right now. That was about 4 minutes right there on one side. Probably used a little too much oil. Sorry, bad demonstration, I know. But there's a little too much oil going on here, but you get the idea. So after 4 minutes, flipped it. Now we're going to do that 4 minutes. And then just in a second, we're going to put it. Now we're ready to throw our steak in the oven. If you don't have a pan that you can just throw in the oven, like it's plastic or something like that, what you can do is take a regular cooking pan, put it in the oven when you start warming up so it's nice and warm when you put it in there, and then transfer the steaks into that with a little of the grease and the cooking olive oil, all that kind of good stuff, so it's nice and warm when you transfer it in. So we're just going to put the whole pan in there. Bye-bye. Alright. And we're going to cook that for 10 minutes. For about medium, so maybe 12 minutes, medium well. So while that's cooking in the oven, we're going to make some sauteed mushrooms. We got the skillet on the oven warming up. We just got pre-bought, washed mushrooms, sliced, some butter, some kosher salt, some pepper, and also we're going to use a little bit of the olive oil or extra virgin olive oil that we used earlier. Alright, so I threw in some olive oil and a tablespoon or so of butter. I'm just going to pour those in there. There we go. This is not very high tech. And then very gently and carefully, because you are talking about hot oil and butter, sort of do one of these thingies. A little flip. It's all in the wrist. It's all in the wrist. And just do that for a while until they're nice and brown. Let's check them out later. We'll keep going. Maybe put too many for a small pan. I'm going to use a bigger pan or smaller amount of mushrooms. Whatever. Alright, so we're about at the halfway minute mark here, a little more so. I'm going to go in and pull these out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to flip them and then just put them right back in. That way just make sure they cook all the way through on both sides. Alright, a few minutes have gone by. About 4 minutes. This is our mushrooms. They're looking tasty. I'm just leaving the oven on low. And we had set the timer for 11 minutes for the steaks. And that time's about done after we had flipped them once. And there they are in there, looking very tasty. So we're ready to take them out and put them on the plate. I'll cut into it first to make sure it's cooked to the right temperature, though. If not, I'll just throw it back in. Of course, the more you cut into it, the more juices come out of it, so you gotta pick and choose the right spots and do it at the right time. Alright, and this is what we end up with. A nice little side out of the bag pasta, our steak, and our mushrooms. It's delicious. Be careful when you're taking the pan out of the oven. Don't burn yourself like I did. Alright, have a good time, enjoy, bon appetit.